Hey guys, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you enjoy your first time here. Today I'm bringing you guys a video that has been somewhat requested, so I just did my skincare routine and everything, and this has kind of been requested with that. So this is basically just going to be my face makeup routine. So I've already done my eye makeup and my brows and everything like that, so I'm just going to get into what I've been using on my face lately. This is most likely what I will use at my wedding, so I've kind of been testing out products and trying things out, seeing how I like different types of skin looks, but this is what I've come up with. Kind of as a note, sorry I keep messing with my hair, it's not doing anything today, it's just kind of there. But yeah, just as a note, I do have oily skin, like I said, in my skincare stuff, so a lot of the products that I'm using are going to be tailored to that, but it is something that you can kind of tweak and play around with to help it fit really any type of skin. So with that, I guess there's no more rambling to be done, so we can get right on into my face routine. Alright, so like I said, I've already done my eye makeup and all of that stuff. So I'm going to start with my Maybelline Instant. I swear, I cannot talk. I've done stuff like this in the last 3 videos I filmed. I just can't make words. Anyway, I'm taking the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser in the shade Brightener. So this is just the pinky shade. This is really nice for under eyes, and this is the first thing that I put on my face. I find that this really helps with my dark circles and everything like that. It kind of helps to conceal all that. If you guys watched my last video where I did any of my face makeup, my dog actually ate my concealer. She ate the little puff ball off the top, so I have to put it on by hand now, but that's totally fine. So I'm just gonna put this all along my under eye. And the thing to remember with this is to use your ring fingers because they're your gentlest finger, because the skin under your eyes is some of the most delicate skin on your whole body. Definitely the most delicate skin on your face, so you just want to take good care of it and be really gentle with it. Wow, so you can see already that that did wonders for concealing my under eye area. I don't really have big bags under my eyes, but I do have some pretty dark little circles under there. So the next thing I'm going to do is put on a primer. So because I use some mattifying products on the rest of my face, I really like to go with a hydrating primer. So I've been using the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. The reason I love this one is because it's super hydrating without being sticky or gross, and it's not slimy. So I find that the silicone based ones are really slimy and they don't do so well on my skin. I just don't like their texture. I love how this just makes my face super hydrated. It smells amazing. It's got coconut water, probiotics. It's really meant to revive your face, kind of wake it back up, refresh everything. So I've really loved this. So I'm just going to take a little pump of it on my hand. I'm just using this and putting it all over my skin as a nice little refresher. I love how this stuff smells. It's so coconutty. I'm really wishing I had a scrunchie right about now. Let me see if I can find one. I found a scrunchie. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my hair up because I feel like it's just easier to do face makeup, especially because my hair is so weird right now. This will make it easier to do everything, so I'm just gonna put my hair up into a ponytail. Ooh, nothing like that to change how you feel about your face. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to go for is foundation. And if you watched my 70s inspired tutorial, you'll know that you know the combination that I use. But I'm going to start with my IT Cosmetics CC cream. This is the Your Skin But Better color correcting full coverage cream with anti-aging hydrating serum. It also has SPF 50 in it. If you watch my skincare video, you know that I already wear an SPF in my moisturizer, but I like having that extra little layer of protection. Another thing I love to use this for is my sister lives at the beach, so sometimes we'll go visit her and we'll go hang out at the beach and stuff, and I don't really want to wear a full face of makeup, but having this on guarantees sun protection, and it also just kind of evens my skin tone while I'm out there, so kind of a 2-in-1 deal. If you've never smelled this before, it is so yummy. It smells kind of minty, which I love. It's super hydrating as well. Little too hydrating by itself for my everyday face, just because my face is very oily, like I said, so I like to mix it with a little bit of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. For your information, if you were curious about my shades, in the CC cream I am medium, and in the Estee Lauder Double Wear I am 2W2. So what I do is I just shake this up a little bit. I'm gonna open up the cap. That's the only thing I don't like about this product, is I don't like that it's just a bottle that you pour out of. That's not my favorite. So I'm gonna take a Q-tip and I'm gonna go inside the cap, get all of that product that's just sitting in there from when I shook it, and then mix it in the soap dish with my little glob of CC cream that I put in there. I like to mix foundations, if you haven't heard already in some of my videos. I like to mix foundations just because I feel like you get a really custom finish. So what I like about this is that the Estee Lauder by itself is really too drying for me. It's almost too matte. I don't like how it's kind of sticky almost when you put it on. It doesn't blend very well for me, but this is too hydrating by itself. So if I mix them together, and I kind of change the proportions as time goes on, you know, depending on if my skin is more dry or more oily at the time, but if I work with those two and kind of trade them off, I get a really custom finish. I get great coverage. My skin isn't overly dried, but it's not overly hydrated and like too dewy or anything like that. So I just find that this combination works really well for me. So once I've gotten all of that into my little soap dish, this is just a soap dish that I bought at Target and I use it for mixing my foundations. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Sigma flat kabuki brush. This is the F80. And I'm going to apply this all over the face. I feel like I've been talking so much in my recent videos because like I didn't film for so long and there were so many things that I like wanted to film and get out there for you guys that like now that I'm back into filming and I'm doing a bunch of these videos and stuff, I feel like I just have to get in like all the words that I was gonna say in all those videos. So if I have been rambling a lot, please bear with me. What I love about this brush is that it's very dense, but it still has a lot of great natural movement, so it really buffs everything in nice and soft and natural. Don't forget to kind of mix it in to your neck area, up into your hairline. And then that's another note, is make sure not to forget to remove that stuff at the end of the night. I know a lot of times if we put things in our hairline, we can forget to remove it because we're like, naturally we don't think about there being makeup there. So that's just a little quick tip for skincare, is make sure you always remove things that have been placed in your hairline as well as just on your face. Makeup is hard sometimes. In order to use up all the product that I have in my little soap dish here, I just kind of, I like dab it in like a little paintbrush thing. I take the brush and I just apply it wherever I see little spots that could be covered. I find that this is buildable coverage. I don't know if it's the mixing of them that makes them easier to kind of build up, or if it's just like that they're both nice and buildable on their own, but I find that they're easy to build up and just make a really flawless finish. Alrighty, so once that is done, basically all I'm going to do is wipe this out with a paper towel, just so it's not growing any bacteria or anything like that. And then I spritz it with a little bit of Studio 35 Beauty brush and sponge cleaner. You can really pick up any sprayable brush cleaner. I like to use this in between actual washes of my brushes, so I use this on my little soap dish as well. I'm just gonna grab a paper towel and wipe that out. That way it's all nice and clean and not icky for the next time I want to use it. Alright, so once that part of the face is finished, I'm gonna go in with another shade of the Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. This is the shade Light. I love these. These are so underrated, I feel like, because they are like a mass product. They're a drugstore brand, but I honestly love these. I'm sure that there are a lot of other great concealers out there. Like I know Shape Tape by Tarte is a good one, and the new No Filter concealers from ColourPop I've heard really great things about. But this is, you know, kind of tried and true. I've used this for a long time, pretty much since I like started doing makeup. It's affordable and it works really well. I don't always see the point in like going for the really expensive things if you have a like lower end product that you really love. Alright, so I'm going in with my EcoTools BB cream or CC cream brush. I forget what it's called, but technically made for all over face, but I really love using it for concealer. Just gonna blend out all that stuff that I just did. This is a big step, especially in the under eyes, just to make sure that you don't get any creasing or anything like that. So you wanna make sure that this is nice and blended. If the brush isn't doing it for you, you could totally use like a beauty blender sponge, or I know Real Techniques has a great sponge. It's just not my thing. Right now, at least, I've been going for the brush, but I kind of go back and forth. I mean, I love both of them. I like applying them both. It's not like I have a preference of one or the other. It's just that right now I've been using the brush, so that's what I'm doing today. I especially like to focus a little bit on this area of the face. Women hormonally get red right around the nose. It's just like a natural thing, so I like to make sure that that's well covered, especially because I have really bad allergies, so I'm always like blowing my nose and touching my face right there. So I like to make sure that it's at least covered with a good layer of concealer so it's not gonna peep through. Alright, so once that is done, we're gonna go in with literally the most unexpected product, but it's completely saved my life as far as setting my face. This is the cheapest setting powder you are ever gonna find anywhere. This is from Wet n Wild. It is 821B, so this is the fair shade. It's called the Coverall Pressed Powder. People never buy these things and take them seriously, but honestly, this is a great setting powder. I don't have any problems with it. I really love the texture of it. It's very nice and velvety on my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and take, you can see it's been well loved. I'm gonna take the sponge that came in it. I'm just going to dab it in there like that and go right in, and I'm somewhat baking the face. So where I like to do that is right here on my face. So I do basically like my under eyes plus a little bit. So like a little bit on the cheeks there as well in that triangle. The beauty YouTubers always use that triangle, you know. I'm going to do it a little bit on my nose. Gonna go for my chin as well. I feel like that's an area that tends to get kind of oily. A little bit on the upper lip just so none of the lipstick or anything that I do later moves. And then of course in the center of my forehead. These are the top places that tend to get very oily. Those would be like the cheeks, the forehead, stuff like that. So going right on in there. And we're done! This is the finished look. Oh my god, no. So once I am done with that, I'm going to go on in with contour. This is the Ulta Matte Bronzer in the shade Cool. Super, super cheap, easy to pick up. They're always running sales on Ulta brand products when you go into the Ulta store, so go ahead and give it a try. I really actually like a lot of their cosmetics. For the longest time I cannot find it right now. I think I've packed it away somewhere for something, but for the longest time I used their, oh here it is, the Ulta Demi Matte Foundation. Still love this stuff. I just haven't been using it lately, but it's an awesome product. Another great one to mix with that It Cosmetics CC cream as well. So I'm gonna dip this in here this way, so I'm just gonna kind of rough it up in there. And then I'm going to very specifically just take that corner and carve out my face. It looks really harsh on camera right now. I promise it calms down in just a minute and then you'll barely see it. And then I'm just gonna dab in some extra and I'm gonna go blend into the hairline here, into the forehead. Really just go all the way around the hairline up in this area. All up in there like that. That looks so dramatic right now, but literally like it goes away so fast. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit for the chin, like jawline area, and then just blend back into here as well. Alrighty, once that is finished, I actually like to go ahead and remove the excess powder from baking. I just find that this works best for me. I don't like to put all the rest of it on and then take it off, so just going to go on in. This is my e.l.f. small tapered brush. If you guys have been with me literally since the beginning, this has always been my favorite brush for this. I've gone through like 2 or 3 of them in the time that I've been on YouTube. But I love them. So great for like getting under the eyes in there. It's fluffy enough that it covers a big area, but it's tapered enough that you can really get up in there and get all the little creases and everything. Alright, next, this is nothing new. I'm going in with my NARS Orgasm blush. I really wish that I could say that I was going to do something original or creative with my blush, but this is my favorite, and you know, once you find something good, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Gonna give it a nice upward sweep here, and you can see that that's already blended in a lot of that contour there. Again, straight from the contour line, upwards, upwards, upwards. That's gonna really lift your cheeks, kind of make everything look smiley and happy and lifted. And then another tip for making sure that everything is blended and balanced on your face, because you don't want to have just like pops of color here and then you're like, there's nothing else on my face. So what you like to do is kind of take the blush in the center of my forehead. This is just whatever's left on my brush after I've done my cheeks. And I'm gonna go all over the nose and a couple little swipes on my chin as well. This just kind of helps balance out that color. These are places that would naturally hit the sun, so it makes sense that they would have a little bit of color to them as well. Kind of helps balance everything out. This is my Becca Cosmetics pressed highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop. I had to fix this. This is the second time that I've had to, like, you know, crush it up, pour the alcohol in it, and have it set again, because literally for some reason mine is just, it doesn't want to stay together. It's still gorgeous. It's a great texture. It's very creamy when I swatch it while it is a solid. It just, for some reason, it does not want to hold together, which I don't love about it, but I mean, the shade is worth it for me. So I'm gonna take my Morphe M509 brush, dip that top of that brush in there. Look at that. Honestly, like, watching my highlight develop on camera is one of my favorite things about YouTube. Alrighty, so I'm also going to go for the tip of my nose. And then I'm gonna go for this little area in the bridge of my nose, so right where that dip is, kind of in between my eyes. I highlight that as well. And then, of course, my Cupid's bow. This is nothing new. And then really just, I like to overdo it up here. You could also go for a little of it right on the brow bone there. Oh, yes. I don't always do, like, the brow bone area, but I kind of like how it looks today. Once you are all glowing, then that pretty much completes my typical face routine. It's pretty simple and everything, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eyes and then kind of close up this video, but that is mostly it. Alright, so the final step in my face routine, now that I finished all of my makeup, including my eyes and everything, is actually to take my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray. Everyone's very familiar with this product for the most part. I like to take this because when I bake under my eyes, sometimes it can get a little too dry, so this just kind of helps to keep it all hydrated, and it helps to make it stay in place. I always keep like a little card handy so I can dry that setting spray. So guys, that is really it for my face routine. I've been loving all of these products and this routine. I just like how it makes my skin look. I like how it makes it feel. I've really liked, you know, kind of the texture and everything that it gives my skin. It's very velvety and smooth. It doesn't show any of my actual skin texture if I have any like bumps or anything like that, so I feel like it's very smoothing and everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it was helpful to you. If you found any new products that you're gonna try out from this video, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear kind of the things that you liked about it and the things that you're wanting to try out. Also, leave down below any comments about like if you have other skincare or other face products, excuse me, that you think I would love, or things that you like that have been working for you. I would love to hear about that in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you did like this video and if you like these types of videos. I'm planning on doing some other types of routine videos soon on different things. So yeah, give it a thumbs up if you're hoping to see more of those. And then be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and click the little bell. That's gonna make sure that you get a notification every time I put a new video out. So with that, this video is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had fun sitting down with you and getting to spend a little time with you. I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!